Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So let's talk about the title that YouTube wants me to quit. I've actually been putting a lot of thought into this whole YouTube thing for a while now. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am not new to the channel. I've actually been doing this now for exactly 6 years, 9 months, and 19 days. Got right now 465 uploads. This YouTube thing is an incredibly unique journey. I am sitting now 37.6 thousand subscribers. And this community has given me a ton. I mean, if you look at the channel name Gears and Gadgets, I actually made a video recently talking about this J.C. Whitney catalog and what it meant to me as a creator to be able to be in a position to have all of these gears and gadgets. 465 videos, it's a lot of work. Fitting that in my regular life, it can be difficult at times. And what happens with YouTube is those who become successful really just become such part of the platform that they can't get away from it. I've got all the camera gear, all the drones, GoPros, everything that a creator could potentially want. This amazing studio space that I've built out over 6 years. And this has actually become my full-time office now. It's also where I work for a living. So the reason why I say that YouTube wants me to quit is I feel like YouTube does this to a lot of creators. They get to a point where you just start feeding the beast. You get to a level of modest income. And when I tell people how much money I've made off this channel, most people get wide-eyed and think like, oh my God, that's absolutely crazy. And I'll tell you right now, in the lifetime of this channel, YouTube ad revenue is $85,000. So you would hear that, and a lot of people think like, oh, that's just a crazy amount of money. Well, 85, that's all pre-tax. You got to pay taxes on this stuff. Divided by, it's actually almost 7 years now, it's $12,000 a year. I have spent far more than that on this channel in terms of equipment, all the parts and pieces that are unsponsored. You make these purchases and they're great. They're things that people just buy all the time without YouTube channels. And one could argue that, that's just something you're doing for fun, fine. But at the grand scheme of YouTube, you start buying parts and then you have to modify this and modify that and build this, build that. It becomes something where you're spending so much money just to be able to create content. That becomes a real problem in the YouTube space for those who don't get to hundreds of thousands of subscribers quickly, I'll say. So I don't think that 37,000 pushing 38,000 is small by no means. It's been a ton of hard work to get to this point. I am incredibly grateful for all of it. But I will tell you guys, I won't just pump out content for the sake of pumping out content. And I'm at a point right now where I've sort of made this decision to analyze where I'm at in this process. Where do I want to go? And part of this YouTube journey, I'll tell you right now, if you're interested in getting into it, is it's a long game. And if you're not ebb and flowing with what's important to you, if you think you're going to just pigeonhole yourself into a niche, you better get to 1 million subscribers in that niche pretty quickly, because if you're stuck in one specific niche around 30,000 subscribers, you're probably going to quit because it'll just become boring and the reward doesn't outweigh the level of effort of work that goes into doing it. So I'm just creating this video right now to, I guess, send out a message to those of the creators out there that I've seen tons of creators build a channel to 500, 1,000, 10,000 subscribers and then just vanish. And a lot of us wonder, like, wow, they were really onto something. What happened? Truth be told, I just think it really becomes YouTube doesn't reward people soon enough for the work. The algorithm really just demands that if you're not hitting that main vein and kind of riding to the top quickly, it just kind of chews up and spits a lot of people out. Now, I am not one of those people. I am not quitting YouTube, but it seems like almost yearly I get to a point where I feel like I need to just reassess where I'm at. And that's kind of where I've been for the last couple weeks. I'm still continuing on my truck series. That is still very much ongoing. Still a ton of parts coming in for that. There's been a reason why the motorcycle content has stopped. And really, I I did all of the wrenching on my Harley that I really wanted to do. And what I don't want to become is one of those creators who's just out just buying the next motorcycle because they need content. That to me is not very organic. And I've always tried to be just the average organic guy on this channel. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I hope that comes across in the content. I believe that it does. I see the comments that are overwhelmingly supportive. It's just, this YouTube game it's not for the faint of heart. Like I said, I've seen it kind of chew a lot of people up and spit them out because I think people either anticipate a lot of money quick, a lot of subscribers quick, and then they just get a sobering dose of reality with how much work really goes into putting out good quality content. So looking at $85,995, people will look at that and say, wow, that's a crazy amount of money for a YouTube channel. But I would argue that I could have made the same, if not more, mowing lawns, selling birdhouses, doing something on Etsy as a side hobby. I don't know. Again, $85,000. That's basically just $12,000 a year. And there's an awful lot of things you could do out there to make $12,000 a year. Now, again, I'm not complaining about this. I'm just trying to make a video here explaining to you guys where I'm at today is where I know a lot of creators come up against, not just once in their journey, but a lot in their journey. And there's breaking points. And a lot of people get to this point and say, you know what? It's way more effort than what it's worth. And they just make a decision, which is a personal decision. Everybody weighs that differently. You know, my normal life consists of Monday through Friday work. Saturday morning, I'll cut a video. I'll edit it all through Saturday, and then I'll be in the comments on Sunday. Rinse and repeat, work Monday through Friday, video Saturday, edit Saturday night, post for Sunday morning, and try to keep feeding that beast. And the past couple weeks, I haven't done that. I stepped back and spent some time with my daughter, doing the things that my wife normally does because she was out of town. And I felt very in tune with being normal. It just opened my eyes a little bit, and I feel very still much in tune with the YouTube world. But instead of just staying on that treadmill and trying to keep up and not putting the effort into the content that I feel like I should, I think I'm going to take a step back and start trying to actually produce better content than I am just trying to, I guess, stay on that treadmill. I actually went recently and filmed a whole video on upgrading the Cardo Pack Talk and then edited together this crazy spinning sequence with the helmet. And I thought to myself, like, what do I really have to say about this? Cardo's awesome. I love it. I can hop on the bike, film that video, talk about Cardo. Everybody's done it. You've seen it a million times. They're awesome. And instead, I found myself focused on getting this glamour shot of spinning the helmet, and I edited this together, spent more time than I should have, but not enough to perfect it, to get this spinning sequence, and like just posted it to social media. Because I'm like, what else do I have to say about this Cardo that I think is awesome? And the truth be told, I just didn't have a lot to contribute to that. So I'll ride with it for a bit. Maybe I'll make an update video talking about how it's been over the course of time. But I didn't feel compelled to hop on the bike and cut a moto vlog about it because that's just staying on the treadmill and, you know, I guess spinning the wheel for the sake of spinning the wheel and feeding the algorithm, and just not where I'm at currently. So maybe I get back into that stuff. Who knows? This whole YouTube thing, I try to come out and make these videos like I have some plan of action, but ultimately I'm just some 40-year-old dope with a camera, multiple cameras, and just making the best videos that I can for you guys. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. That's the best I can do. So with that, guys, thank you very much for tuning in on this seeming rant on my current state of YouTube and where I'm at. I do have some big videos coming up here soon, some big project stuff that I'm working on. So with that, thank you guys very much for all the support. I couldn't do any of this without you guys. And at times I do just feel like YouTube is trying very hard to wedge in between my love for the platform and the creation of content, in terms of how much it rewards for doing the work. So maybe I'm complaining a little bit, but I'm only human. So again, with that, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I'll see you guys next time.